Kal Halal YAHAWASHI Yoshai Bashim Kalkodash Barak the Yahawah, Barak the YAHAWASHI. Shalom. Double honor to LG Masway Muslim Shalom. Shalom to the elect of the Told Tribes. Let's get it, bro. Greetings. We call ourselves the hopeful elect because we do not know who the elect are in these times. But when YAHAWASHI come back, the elect will know whether or not they're the elect. You two thugs here in America, you're going to know too because you're going to get destroyed. And know what they're paying after death, according to second Editors. Gonna feel that fire. Pursuing Zechariah 14 and 12.
A disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
In Winchester, your neighborhood.
Not what I wanted, but fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use. This piece. Fair use, fair use, fair use.
Aliens crossed the galaxy in whatever is their spaceship and arrived at Earth just to throw some balloons across North America. I'm thinking, really? People say the aliens, there's a crash landing site over here. Really? Once again, the aliens crossed the galaxy and crashed? Plus, we have crowdsourced.
So you saw the point. Aliens cross the galaxy just to throw balloons and crash on Earth? Really? Next to this piece.
Urging residents to flee to more remote areas or hidden bunkers. But the problem with a global invasion is that different countries might have different responses. One country might try to establish a peaceful form of communication with our new neighbors, while another decides to launch the full scale of their arsenal at them, making our entire species look hostile. But at the end of the day, it wouldn't really matter, because if aliens had the technology to get here in the first place, their level of technology would be so far ahead of ours that it would be comparable to the full scale of the US military going up against a couple of cavemen.
So, they travel across the galaxy, just shoot balloons and crash on Earth. They do a full-scale invasion. Y'all try and defeat them after this high level of technology. It's like the full-scale U.S. military going up against a couple of cavemen, the man said. Of course, we know the aliens are who? YAHAWASHI and the angels. They're saying it's aliens and it's really angels. And their UFOs, what the world calls, are called chariots in the scriptures. That type of technology with that kind of thing, that is far beyond. Same precept I got, brother. That technology is far beyond human capabilities. It's even greater than the full-scale U.S. military going up against a couple of cavemen. One angel could destroy the entire world and that be the end of it. Brother, got a precept through the Spirit, sometime from above, Holy Spirit. So do I. I got the same precepts. Here you go, brother.
All right. Psalm chapter 68, verse 17. The chariots of YAHAWAH are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai, in the holy place. So what we see flying in the sky are not extraterrestrials or aliens or anything of that nature.
They are extraterrestrial, but not in the extraterrestrial alien sense.
Not in the big head aliens with the big head and the big eye sense. So what you see on TV, on other videos, those are the chariots driven by the angels.
Yeah. Let's see if I... What they forgotten here was Alahaya. Let's see. Extra... Yeah, depending on your point of view of extraterrestrial, people think about this kind of stuff, brother.
E.T.
Extraterrestrial. There's a movie, extraterrestrial. But extraterrestrial means what? Life or object that originates is not from Earth. Oh. Yeah. So the chariots of Alahayim, YAHAWASHI Yoshai, chariots of YAHAWASHI Yoshai. I said Alahayim because the word there for God in the Hebrew is Alahayim, the Bible. The chariots of YAHAWASHI Yoshai are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai and holy place. So when YAHAWASHI come out with the chariots, the angels, YAHAWASHI is going to be amongst them. You know, when could you get? No, it's Exodus 13. In Exodus chapter 13, the cloud by day and pillar of fire by night, that was amongst the Israelites. That was a chariot, what the world calls UFO or UAP. Yahawashi is going to be amongst the angels when he comes back. It says, as in Sinai in the holy place.
Wow.
You got a precept? Where?
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, and start at verse 2.
The water. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse what?
2.
Verse 2. Meant to say Khan, not the water. I typed in 32. Let's see if it has a 32. Nope, alright. Start at verse 1, brother. Here you go.
So we'll start at verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. So made no account of his labors, that's Esau, Edom, according to the children of Israel, because Esau does not account our labors. Esau does not like us. They hate us with a perpetual hatred, and all they want to do is just kill us, steal, and destroy us.
And cause pain to us. Before you go on, brother, why is the righteous man going to stand in great boldness? Because he's going to look up and see his salvation job. I will look unto the hill.
Psalm 121. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from which my help come from. My help cometh from the Lord, that maketh heaven and earth. What are we looking up to? We are looking up to the chariots.
Let me get that.
Let's pull that out.
What psalm is it?
121.
Water. 121. I will look up unto the hills. The word there for Hebrew, it's more of a, here, base. The base of the word is har, which is what? Mountain. So I'll read it like this. Psalm 1, chapter 121, verse 1, the Song of Degrees. I lift up mine eyes unto the mountains, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahawah, which made heaven and earth. My help cometh from Yahawah BAHASHAM, which made heaven and earth. Which the precept for that is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. So why are you going to look up? Because you're going to see the chariots. That's why the righteous man is going to stand in great boldness.
Working on verse number 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. So who's going to be looking in fear? Who's going to be looking in strangeness? Esau, Edom, because they're going to see the chariots, so to speak, beam up the elect into the chariot so they can receive salvation, and then they will be changed. While intercontinental ballistic missiles are being detonated on Babylon, on America, completely destroying it. That's going to be something.
You're going to have 2/3 of our own people.
2/3 of our own people are going to die in that destruction as well. So we're going to have 2/3 of our own people, Esau, and the remaining children of men, which are the other nations, the Ammonites, which are your Chinese, your Japanese, your Moabites, which are your Chinese, your Ishmaelites, which are your Arabs. They all are going to be destroyed, while the elect is going to be saved simultaneously.
And you're going to have these other nations, even our 2/3 of our own people, looking too, in awe and fear. So, saying like this, the other nations, they can't go in the chariots. So if your wife or anybody or mother is a so-called other nation, they can't go. Are we all mixed amongst the nations, though? Speckled blood, Israelites, from the book of Jeremiah and other scriptures, where it makes up. Even if they look like the other nation, they could go back to Israel.
Verse 3. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves. This is the Edomites going to do this. Even other nations. This was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. So as the elect are being beamed up, they're going to see who's going to be the elect. And who are the elect? The 12 tribes of Israel. Those that stem from the transatlantic strait, the transatlantic slave trade, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Cubans, you got your Haitians,
and
you got your Native Americans,
Guatemalans and Panamanians, Native American Indians, North South America, transatlantic slave trade, them people. But to be more specific, it's not going to be all them people.
just 1/3 of those people.
The elect.
And what is currently happening to these people? They are being subjected to persecution. They are being subjected to murder and genocide. As the scriptures in the book of Deuteronomy talk about the curses, where we will be in fear of our lives. We will serve our enemies. Our enemy will destroy us. And who was that? Esau.
And those people that we just mentioned, you saw in the Torah chart in the beginning, you got the Negroes, the Haitians, and all them people, Native American Indians, North, South America. They are mixed amongst the other nations. The bulk of them, we know the names and the tribes, but they're mixed amongst the other nations as well. So I'll say it like this. You have Native Americans that look like Chinese people in other nations. You have transatlantic slave trade descendants that look like Chinese people. Let me get the chart back up. You have these people, Negroes, West Indians, Haitians, Dominicans, Guatemalans, and Panamanians, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, North American Indians, Seminole Indians, the Argentinians, the Chileans, Colombians, the Uruguayans, Mexicans. You have those of our people looking like the other nations. So you see somebody, they look like a so-called white man, when really they go back to Ephraim, which is who we call today the Puerto Ricans. You see somebody say, that lady's a very good singer, but she looked Chinese, but she seemed like a black lady. That lady could very well be from the tribe of Judah, what we call today as the Negroes. Our people is mixed amongst the other nations. So an elect of those people, a small remnant, the little flock, the flock of YAHAWASHI, the little flock. Fear not, little children, is your father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Them people, them little, you have an elect of them scattered throughout all the world. But the greatest deliverance is going to come from where? America, the North Country, pursuant to the scriptures. And they're going to be saved and delivered. And when they are saved and delivered, they are no longer going to look like the other nations. They're going to look like the 12 tribes of Israel. They're going to have that dark skin. You know, not every Israelite in these times is going to come looking like LeBron James. I forgot what Elder Gabar said. He said, that was a good example Elder Gabar used. I forgot the name. But I used LeBron James as an example. You're not going to have every Israelite looking like the Jackson 5, LeBron James, all of them people. You're going to have Israelites looking like so-called white people, Indian people, Chinese people, Japanese people, Russian people, and all the other nations, because we've been scattered everywhere. But when they're chained, delivered, the elect, they're going to all look like so-called black people, which means what? They're going to have that dark skin, that dark hue. They're going to have that brown skin, dark brown skin. We're not going to be in the kingdom of heaven looking like space black. Everybody's just space black. No, we're going to have dark brown skin. The men and women, they're going to get their hair. The men are going to get their beards, all that. There you go, brother.
All right.
Verse 3. Still.
Yeah, verse 3. And that's who has us in derision and reproach of proverb. They have bywords for us. They call us the most derogatory names that they can come up with.
Yeah, wetbacks, spoons.
Spooks.
Spooks, twice. Yeah, spooks. Spock, Mr. Spock.
Verse 4. We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. So we fools, that's the Edomites. And calling themselves fools because they accounted the life of the Israelites, the ones that are being saved, the madness and with no honor.
Yep.
Because those that are going to be saved are going into the first the first resurrection, and then the 2/3 of our people that are going to perish are going to come back in the kingdom as the children.
Yeah, they're gonna go to the second death.
So Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI set it up that way. So Yasharallah, Israel, does not have an end. Because the line is not going to end. The elect are going to be saved. Although the 2/3 will be destroyed, they are coming back in the kingdom as unto the children to the elect.
God.
So there is no end for Israel. And once the 2/3 come back as unto the children to the elect, they are going to live forever. Immortality.
They're gonna have that new bodies, that new heart. They're gonna have that heart of flesh. Right now, we're in the flesh of stone. It's going to be taken away and put the heart of flesh, pursuing to the new covenant in the scriptures. Book of Jeremiah goes through it. Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 11 goes into, I will not make an end of thee. Romans chapter 11 verse 26 goes into, I'll read it here. And so all Israel shall be saved, as it is written, they shall come out of Zion, the deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob. They're going to be in that first resurrection. Get it. Romans 11.
Yes.
26. Yeah, they're gonna go through that second death, which is known after death by pain. The second Ezra, 2/3 of our people. And you're gonna have Israelites across the world getting taken out to sent to the spirit world. But they're going to come back as the children of the elect through reincarnation, which means the men and women will be, as the Incredible said, you've been getting busy. There you go, brother.
Yep, Romans 11 and 26. And so all Israel shall be saved, as it is written, there shall come out of Zion the deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob. So that's what we just said. All Israel's going to be saved. The elect is going first. The 2/3 are going to perish, but they'll come back into the kingdom as the children to the 1/3. There shall come out of Zion a deliverer. That deliverer is Yahawashi, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob. When the kingdom of Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI is established in the earth, the word, the spirit, the word of Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI is going to be placed inside Jacob. That's the 12 tribes of Israel that we've been talking about, and they are never gonna sin again. They're never gonna go off.
That's going to begin with the elect.
That starts with the elect.
The 2/3 ain't going to be here to do that. They're going to be dead.
And when the 2/3 come back into the kingdom of the children, they will be.
There is also life.
And when the 2/3 come back into the kingdom, that shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob. That'll happen automatically. So no child of Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, no Israelite will ever go off and sin again.
No,
at that point.
Can't the water. Can't.
At that point.
Slack, I cut you off there.
That's all right.
And no Israelite will teach a fellow Israelite pursuant to a new covenant. So we're all going to know it 24/7. Zegi Helen.
We'll be teaching the other nations on the scriptures of Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. There's going to be no more pork in the kingdom. There's going to be no more churches, no more pagan temples, no more pagan feasts such as Christmas and Thanksgiving and Valentine's Day, and there's just too many. It's too many to even name. There's not going to be any of that no more. Nobody's going to be walking around talking about they serve Thor or Odin or this other stuff. No more. No more. That is all going to be dissolved.
You say you serve Thor, you might get struck by lightning in the kingdom. Anybody else?
There'll be no more profane works and abominations in the sight of Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. No more.
You know, there's a book. It says "The Joy of Gay Sex" is the title. This world is messed up for that to be going on. A book titled that. I don't know what's in the book. I heard about it from somebody else, but that's not going to be going in the kingdom.
That's not going on in the kingdom, and you're not going to be eating those abominable foods. No more shrimp, no more crab, no more lobster. You're not going to eat octopus. You're not going to eat squids,
dogs.
No more oysters and clams. All of that is to clean the waters. No more bottom feeders. We're going to eat our dietary law. If you want some fish, fins and scales.
God. Not no shark.
I'm not going to be eating that either.
I know, yeah. fins and scales. Isaiah 45 and 17. No eating cats, no eating dogs, no eating tarantulas, no eating ants. I was about no crocodiles. Me and the brother saw it on TV.
No pythons either. These people are eating pythons.
Oh, that's terrible. They eat anything.
Eat anything. I can't.
No eating people either.
No cannibalism will be completely demolished.
Let me just double check. Does tuna have scales? Yes, tuna does have scales. Let me see this picture. You can see the scales clearly and easily. Tuna fish scale. Clearly seen. Easily, clearly seen. Tuna has scales and it has fins. It's in dietary laws. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 45. Start at 50. (15 to 18, brother).
All right. Verily, thou art a power that hidest thyself, O power of Israel, the Savior. No.
So, thou art a power that hidest thyself. The Most High, His name and all that, His only begotten Son's name is hidden. It's only to the elect in these times. The Most High ain't like famous. You know how He did in ancient Egypt? His name was popular everywhere. Everybody knew about it. It's not like that right now. But when YAHAWASHI comes back and does this deliverance, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5, the strangers for salvation, all that, it's going to be popular again. Except more popular. This salvation is going to be greater than the ancient Egypt salvation as the scriptures speak about. No more shall they speak about who delivered the sons of Israel from ancient Egypt, but then it goes on to who delivered the sons of Israel from the country of the north and from all isles and so on and so forth, whether He has scattered them. It's in the scriptures. It'll say children instead of sons. We're there for children, Hebrew is sons.
They shall be ashamed and also confounded, all of them. They shall go to confusion together that are makers of idols.
You were just talking about that, brother. No more of these idols and Thor and Odin.
No more of that stuff. Yeah, also no more graven images. There's not going to be no graven images running around. There's not going to be no statues and all that. That's all going to be destroyed, demolished.
And to go in deeper with that, graven images of worship, stuff like that. That's what it's going into.
There'll be no more Buddha. There'll be no more Allah. There'll be no more whatever else these other nations are trying to pray to, serve to, pagan deities. All of that is going to be cease and stop.
Look, brother, I'll see you in Valhalla. That's what that man said.
That's exactly what he said.
None of that anymore in the kingdom.
And there's not going to be any of that. No more.
It's just some noise on them people.
We're not doing that anymore.
Don't forget Zeus.
Oh, please.
We can go on all day about
You
this.
can go on all day and night about that one.
Laughing at this stuff.
Now, this was the precept right here we're getting ready to read that's going to back up that although the 1/3 elect is going to be saved, the 2/3 are going to die and come back into the kingdom as the children, there is no end for Israel. Let's read it. Isaiah chapter 45 and 17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord. And this is Lord capital. This is our Heavenly Father Yahweh. With an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end. We know what without means, and we know what end means. Let's talk about the word world. There's 3 different types of worlds in the Greek. You got the aion, the kasbas, and the oikomene. The aion is dealing with rulership. The oikomene is dealing with the world as we know it, as we see it. Well, somebody may say the world is crazy or the world is wicked.
The whole inhabited earth.
The whole inhabited earth. We're dealing with cosmos here. A people, a specific people that are not going to have an end. Although we have been through captivity after captivity, although we have been raped, pillaged and murdered and keep coming back in the reincarnation, we do not have an end. The bodies, the physical bodies that we have, may go back into the ground, but the spirit does not have an end. We keep coming back, coming back, coming back. So when we go into the kingdom of Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, we're going to have our spiritual powers. We're going to have a glorified body. We're going to have a new temple, and we're going to have immortality. So that's not going to end. Esau has an end. Esau is going to be destroyed. Those that survive that destruction, primarily elites, are going to be the first ones to go into captivity. They're going to go into captivity and receive double. And then after that double, they serve out that sentence, then they'll have an end. But the world of Israel will continue.
Our nation will never end. And our nation will never end in the kingdom of heaven, literally, as in eternal life. Because the other nations, they're going to be in the kingdom. Just as an example, because in the kingdom of heaven, we're literally not going to have an end. Our nation, nobody in the nation is going to literally have an end. They're not going to die. They're going to have everlasting life. In the kingdom of heaven, other nations, they're going to be there. You're going to have the Chinese. They're going to look whatever they look like. Then they're going to get old and 1,000 wrinkles. Then they're going to die. They're going to come back. And they can keep doing that. The Indian people with the dot on their forehead, they're not going to worship all them gods. So they don't have to have the dot on their forehead. They're going to get old, wrinkly, and die. And then come back. And it's going to be cycles. They're going to go through all that. They're going to have to go through all that. And these other nations, they're going to still have to fight with the spirits, demons, you know. Oh, they go to YAHAWAH, other parts to YAHAWAH. Very, very diligent. Extremely diligent. So, yeah. You know, different demons, they have to go through that. Other nations, they got to be in subjection to the Israelites. We're going to rule over our oppressors.
Absolutely. Revelation 13:10. He that leadeth in captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience
And the faith
of the saints.
And Isaiah 14:1-2. So your Indian boys that smell like turmeric with bad underarm pit smells with that dot on his forehead saying, may Shiva have good tidings on me, give you a dirty look on the side. You're going to be ruling over his people and him. You're going to rule over his kings and prime ministers. The least Israelite in the kingdom of heaven is going to be greater than your American president on this side.
God.
Your prime minister and ruler on this side. You see, these prime ministers, they sit in their rooms, all this banquet table. You see the Rothschilds, the banquet tables, the elder you're walking out from GMS London had. You go to GMS Babylon's Falling, Children of Israel. The table was like hundreds of meters long. You could have a relay race around the table. And somebody could get tired, lose their rep. That's how big their table was. The least Israelite in the kingdom of heaven is going to be greater than the Rothschilds. They got spiritual powers, all that.
All right. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5-4. We fools accounting his life madness and his end to be without honor. There's no end for Israel. There's an end for Esau after he serves out his captivity, which he's doing for double. And there will be honor amongst the Israelites because Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI is going to restore that unto us.
Zephaniah chapter 3. Oh my goodness. Ooh. That's good. 11 and 19. Yeah. To prove Isaiah chapter 45 verse 7, I form a light and create darkness, I make peace and create evil. I Yahawah do all these things. And Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 15, it goes into that. The works of God are forever. So you're going to have the evil spirits. They're going to be around. The works of Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI forever. But YAHAWASHI had them create the Father, create the Son, YAHAWASHI, and YAHAWASHI created everything invisible or invisible pursuant to the book of in the New Testament. Pursuant to the book of Colossians chapter 1 verse 15 through 16. Just to prove all things as is written about the Thessalonians. Thessalonians chapter 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 21, it says, prove all things, hold fast that which is good. Alright, prove that point. Verse 12, brothers.
Zephaniah 3 and 12. I will also leave in the midst of thee an afflicted and poor people, and they shall trust in the name of the Lord.
That's the elect.
Verse 13. The remnant of Israel shall not do iniquity, nor speak lies, neither shall be a deceitful tongue be found in their mouth, for they shall feed and lie down, and none shall make them afraid. That's all going to happen in the kingdom, because right now we have Israelites that do lie, that do operate in deceit or a deceitful tongue. And when they lie down, they are afraid because of this captivity, and Esau is the sword. We have police officers and so forth that gun Israel down every day, beat them up, shoot them up, lie, cheat, steal, throw them in jail, and throw away the key.
Alligator Alcatraz.
Alligator Alcatraz.
And the rest of them across the world and so on and so forth. We'll be sitting here for a couple of hours speaking about it. All day.
This is Zephaniah 3 and 14. Sing, O daughter of Zion. Shout, O Israel. Be glad and rejoice with all the heart, O daughter of Jerusalem. And the daughter of Jerusalem is Israel, the Israelites. Salakia, daughter of Zion. Daughter of Zion are the Israelites.
You was right, brother, the first time, too. Sing, O daughter of Zion. That's Israel. Then it goes on to talk about, O daughter of Jerusalem. That's pursuing the Israelites only.
That's pursuing to Israelites only. Verse 15. Verse 15. The Lord hath taken away thy judgments. He has cast out thine enemy, the King of Israel. Even the Lord is in the midst of thee. Thou shalt never see evil anymore.
Evil's what? Bad times.
Bad times.
We're not going to see bad times. We're not going to see sin amongst our people either with nothing like bad times. You know, you commit murder, that's evil. That's a sin, and that's a bad time for the person that got murdered. We're not going to see anything like that ever again. No more plagues. The Lord will no longer carry thee away into captivity. It's in Book of Lamentations. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunk and drunken, and make thyself naked. He will no longer carry thee into captivity away, O daughter of Zion. He will discover thy sins, O daughter of Edom. It's in Book of Lamentations. I butchered it. I have to go there. Let me get it. Rejoice and be glad. Lamentations chapter. Lamentations chapter 4 verse 21 to 22. There you go, brother.
All right. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and shalt make thyself naked.
Rejoice and be glad, O Esau, O daughter of Edom. That's the Edomites. And who's doing the most rejoicing now? You elites of Esau. So this is what I talk about to you elites of Esau. Because they're rejoicing right now. They probably don't even know how to boil rice and cut bread in half. You know what? They probably don't even know how to toast bread and put butter on it. They probably don't even know how to put butter on bread. They have servants and handmaids. I don't think they use toasters. They use the old-fashioned way of making toast and all this. Depending on what they eat. Rejoice, all your wealth, riches, all this, that dwellers in the land of Uz. In modern times, not ancient times, modern times, land of Uz is talking about America. Esau's stronghold. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. What's that cup, brother? The cup.
That's the cup of slavery.
Khan, the cup of judgment.
Captivity.
Khan. It's not your English morning breakfast cup of tea. You got a sport tea, mate. Yeah, I got some sugar in it. This tea's good, mate. No, it's not that.
That's also, we brought it out earlier. We'll bring it out again. That's also Revelation 13 and 10. He that leads into captivity shall go into captivity.
God. Yeah, it's good to speak about. They who was not surely to drink another cup have assuredly drunken. That was us.
That was us. Now, we were never meant to drink that cup because we were supposed to serve YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI. But because of disobedience, we had to drink that cup. Now, although Esau was the sword of YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI, they are also going to have to drink that cup and, so to speak, take their medicine.
Yeah.
And so they're the ones that's going to be working in the fields and so forth. They're the ones that's going to be working like dogs.
Not dogs, but they're going to get worse than dogs.
Worse than dogs.
Don't insult the dog on this one. That, right? God, I got 13 and 10, brother. Yeah, and I got a couple. Yeah, 13 and 10.
Okay, so Revelation 13 and 10.
Before we get there, let's do, this is, yeah, Jeremiah 49 and 12 will lead us into that.
Okay, for thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it.
Who into the cup was that was not to drink. We were supposed to be we're the protagonists of the movie. We were supposed to do what was right. We bugged out and became a degenerate vine, the scriptures speak about. We wasn't that good olive tree that Yahweh had planted. We bugged out. So, art thou altogether go unpunished? That's to Esau. Thou shalt not go unpunished. You are going to be punished with that cup of judgment. Thou shalt surely drink of it. And that's going to lead in the precept the brother was saying. Revelation 13 and 10. You're going to drink of that cup of slavery. Like that thing. Today's subject, my favorite subject, slavery. Got it, brother? Revelation 13 and 10.
Okay. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
What's captivity?
This is the slavery. This is the cup that they are going to drink. This is what they are going to go into. And they're no more going to eat pork. They're no more going to have pagan festivals and solstices and whatever and all the other stuff that they do. All that's going to go away. That's going to be no more.
They're not going to get to drink the blood of children?
No more drinking the blood of children. No more drinking the blood of animals. And no more sacrifices. See, there's a lot that's going on in this world where artists gain fame and popularity because they sacrifice their families to the wicked, which is Esau, Edom, for fame and fortune. That's going to stop too.
Yeah. They sacrifice unto devils and Esau and all this and proving. The right hand side, there's a sacrifice. YAHAWASHI was the ultimate sacrifice. The left hand side, which is the devil, the demon, Satan, because left in Latin goes into evil. YAHAWASHI is the right hand of the Father. Book of Chronicles is going to go into it. And I saw the host of heavens. And I saw all the hosts of heaven sitting. And I saw the Most High sitting on his throne, and all the hosts of heaven standing by him on his right and on his left. And then it goes on to it. The angels was given, had counsel with the Heavenly Father Yahweh. Yahweh had counsel with the angels. And an evil spirit, a lying spirit, gave up what he was going to do to Yahweh, And the Heavenly Father Yahweh was pleased with what the evil spirit was going to do to the lying spirit. It goes on. An evil spirit was sent from Yahweh to Saul after the Holy Spirit departed from him. So the Most High controls the good and the bad. Isaiah chapter 45 verse 7 goes into that. So Yahweh controls the right hand side. So where would that make Satan? Left hand side. Proverbs 11 goes into an unjust balance of abomination to Yahweh, but a just way to see the light. So it's the balance. You got good and you got evil. They are both set against each other in their poker field. So Satan's on the left hand side. You got sacrifices on the left hand side. They do all their animal sacrifices, the colors of animals. Supposedly you sacrifice to good spirits, white animals, and to evil spirits, black animals. When you all just doing wickedness to evil spirits in the first place. Yes, I'm making a sacrifice to a good spirit. John, that is an evil spirit. That ain't no good spirit. That ain't no good magic. You doing demon work. You doing the devil's work. Just to go into it further. He that leadeth into slavery shall go into slavery. He that killeth with the sword. Alright, what's the modern day sword? Modern day sword is what? The gun. Got a lot of other weapons. It could be a sword, a hatchet, a knife, a gun. He that killeth with the sword, the guns and sword and so forth, must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Ye shall not pollute the land by blood therein, for by blood shall... Oh, I'll put you in. You get it. It's in Numbers. It's in Numbers, book of Numbers. Do not pollute the land with blood, because if you shed that blood, the blood of the person that shed the innocent blood, out of his blood got to get shed. Let's get it. Do not pollute the land with blood. Numbers chapter 35, verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, for murder it defileth the land. And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein. And the land cannot be cleansed of the murder that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So, don't pollute the land. So you shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for murder defileth the land. And the land cannot be cleansed of the murder that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it, but by the murderer's blood. So the murderer got to get killed, put to death, which will be justice being served. Then the land will be cleansed. So the murderer's blood got to get shed. He got to get killed. And the land will be cleansed of blood. Because justice is going to get served upon Esau. You know, you got balance. You commit sins. That balance requires things to get justice, judgment. It's required to have a balance. And so Esau is going to receive that recompense. Seeing it is a righteous thing, then with Yahweh to recompense tribulation to those that trouble you written in the New Testament. That recompense is going to come, and then the balance will be restored. That justice. Like Aang said in the Avatar: The Last Airbender, Fire Lord Ozai, you and your forefathers have devastated the balance of this world. How you shall pay the ultimate price. Esau hath truly devastated the balance of this world. Woe to them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light, light for darkness, bitter for sweet, sweet for bitter. Pursuing Isaiah chapter 5 verse 20. This man he's destroyed the balance of the world, saying a man can be with another man. Two men can get married here in the States of America. But if a man says, you know, I want to get married to these two women right here, that is illegal. Man, this world is jacked up. You can legally get with an animal and have sex with it in certain states, and it's legal.
Ugh.
But if you get married to two different women, that is illegal. What? Like that thing with Chef Ramsay. I thought cold water boils faster, Chef, and he was like, what? What kind of man is this? You the basis of all men written about the book of Daniel. This man he destroyed the balance of the world. Scripture speak about Book of Revelation. Destroy that which destroyed the earth. This man has destroyed the earth. Look at his pollution. You had settlers. You had the Edomite settlers. They was coming across the water. There was some wolves. That species of wolf was so friendly, it would swim up to the settlers' boats, the Edomites' boats. They exterminated those type of wolves. They went extinct. Or however many when they killed. They say extinct. Y'all is just to just kill anything they get their hands on. They chop down trees. If the animals are friendly to them, the animals get killed. They killed up the buffalo to starve out the Native American Indian.
Okay.
That's a known historical fact. They tried to starve the Northern Kingdom by taking out all the food stores. Okay, you not only tried to starve the people, the apple of the Most High Yahweh, his eye, you don't do that. That's the main reason why you're going to captivity. You don't do that. But not only on top of that, you massacred, nearly exterminated the buffalo. You destroying the earth, destroying the trees, chopping down the Amazon rainforest. Scripture speak about Book of Isaiah. The trees are going to be happy. Yea, the fir trees rejoice, saying, no fella is come up against us. When this man is moved out the power seat, how is the hammer of the whole world? See, let's get that. Hammer of the whole world. It's in Isaiah. This is the book of, it's Jeremiah. This book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder? There's a saying about, if every power in the world is a nail, America is the hammer. I butchered the saying, but it goes into that. Even in the secular world. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder? America is the hammer of the whole earth. Every pull into America is like a nail. What do you do with a hammer with a nail? That hammer hits the nail. There's even jokes about you got an airplane dropping bombs, and that's just dropping pure pounds of democracy, American democracy. And broken. How is Babylon, America, which is the hammer of the whole earth? Babylon is the hammer of the whole world. Become a desolation among the nations. This proves who Babylon is. Babylon is not South America. It's America, USA. Verse 24. That's not it. Alright. Yea, the fir trees rejoice. It was Isaiah, so Isaiah chapter 14. Verse 5. Verse 4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, president of Babylon, at that time, whoever it be, and say, how hath the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased. YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWAH, hath broken the staff of the wicked, and the scepter of the rulers. He's who smote the people in wrath. What does a hammer do to a nail? It hits it, like a person smiting people in wrath, with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger. You know, a hammer hitting the nail, that sounds like anger right there. Is persecuted and none hindered. When Esau is in Revelation 13 and 10, being persecuted in captivity, drinking that cup of judgment, nobody's going to intervene. Not the Chinese, not the Japanese, not the Indians, the people with a dot on their forehead from India. None of these other nations, not the Hamites, the real Africans, the Egyptians. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Man, Esau's down. Everybody's singing. The trees are singing. So are the birds. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee. The trees are going to be happy, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fella is come up against us. What is a fella? A person who cuts down trees. Deforestation is not right. It's destroying the earth. Destroy them, which destroy the earth. Let's get it. It's in the book of Revelation. This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints. The saints is who? Israel only. and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroyed it. So give reward to thy servants, the prophets, and the saints, and them that fear thy name. This is going to take place. The prophets are the elect. Saints, it's going into the elect as well, beginning with the elect. Them that fear thy name, small and great, that's the elect. The 2/3 don't do that. You know, many you're gonna have other Israelites across the world put to death. They ain't gonna do that. To prove who the saints are, Israel only, is in Psalm chapter 89, verse 6, Psalm chapter 50, verse 5, and Book of Romans chapter 15, verse 25. And should have destroyed them which destroyed the earth. But this was the point. This man has destroyed the earth. To give an example of him destroying the earth, Isaiah chapter 14, verse 8 goes into that. Since thou art laid down, no fellows come against us. Fellows, a person cuts down trees. Deforestation, you're destroying the air, man. You're destroying the air, man. You got it in the ocean. You got the island of plastic. You got an island of plastic in the ocean. This man got an island of plastic in the ocean. Plastic island in the ocean. It's in the Pacific. What is this? The Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Look at this. Under whose rulership of supervision is this? It surely ain't Israel. It's not YAHAWASHI ruling. This is Esau's rulership. You know, you have a store. Who runs this store? Who's supposed to be supervising this store? Who's supposed to be supervising the earth? The one in rulership, right? Who's in rulership? Esau. Man, Esau. Let's get this precept. Do not want to be more teachers. This is James chapter 3. Yeah, it should be James chapter 3, verse 1. Because the earth is given to the hands of the wicked, pursuing Job chapter 9, verse 24. YAHAWASHI gave this man the power seat. YAHAWASHI made this man the supervisor, the manager, the ruler of the earth. But soon he will set up over it one that is profitable in the Apocrypha, and a wise judge that will instruct his people. That's in the Apocrypha. When the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn, but when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, as is written in my book of Proverbs. All these people crying from their rent and bills to be in the kingdom like that. They're going to be happier, much happier. Good food, good air, good animals. The marriages will be fixed. There's a Philippine interview. He asked the guy, what's the first thing that comes to your mind, first word, when you hear the word marriage? He said, divorce. This is James chapter 3, verse 1. My brethren, be not many masters, knowing that we shall receive the greater condemnation. So the master is like what? The manager. Right, brother? The master is the supervisor, the manager. So Esau is like the master, the rulership one. So because he's in rulership, he's supposed to be supervisor, make sure all this is okay. He didn't do his job right, so he's going to receive the greater condemnation. Esau's in rulership right now. Now you have your people that's addicted to medication, so on and so forth, but who's above them? When it comes to Esau, who's on top? The Rothschilds, Rockefellers, Oppenheimers. So they're really going to get it out of the Edomite nations. They're going to get hit hard. And it's going to be beautiful. None hindereth. Alright, let's get back to the point. Alright, we went into captivity. The cup. Lamentations 4:22, brother.
The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
Discover thy sins. Oh, all that deforestation, the madness, the pillage, the grapes. You wasn't supposed to be doing all that. It's going to be uncovered. Yes. I know you don't remember, but you remember that one time, what was it? 3,562 years ago when you threw that so-called black man to the ocean and let him get eaten by sharks. Well, that's going to be uncovered too, and everything else you did, Esau. Just using that example. I don't know what happened at that particular time instance, but what I just said probably did happen. It could have. Doubt it, but could have. Everything Esau did, transatlantic slave trade, each and every slave that got thrown overboard, it's all going to be dragged out. Think of everything Esau did with his sins as one big receipt. There's no discounts either, no credit cards he can put it on. It's all going to be...
He can't do a balance transfer to another nation for his sins either.
Maybe he can do bankruptcy.
There's no bankruptcy for this.
There's no bankruptcy for this. Justice, balance will be restored. Justice, judgment will be executed. Just prove who the saints are. Let's get Psalm 50 and 5. Gather my saints together unto me. All right. So the saints are being gathered. Those pursuing to the saints. Those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. That's Israel. Go to the Old Testament with Moses and the mountains and all that. Gather my saints to me. Who are your saints? Those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. Oh, so those that have made a covenant with Yahawah by sacrifice are who? His saints. Just to prove it. We will serve the Lord. Probably the last precept. Not here. I need older. Exodus 23 verse 25. No. It's getting all the people said we will serve the Lord. Here it is. Exodus 24. Just to prove who the saints are. Start at verse 3. And Moses came and told the people all the words of Yahawah and all the judgments. And all the people answered with one voice and said, all the words which Yahawah hath said, we have said, will we do. So yeah. Yeah, the Israelites did make a covenant by sacrifice. Know that. Now you got the covenant, and it goes into, it's in the law in the Old Testament, as they call it, by sacrifice. And YAHAWASHI. Yeah, we reconciled this back to the Father by sacrifice. Go in the Old Testament, you're going to see the sacrifice there. That's Israel only. Any other points you want to bring out, brother?
No, that's all.
And on that note, Shalom. Ka halal Yahawah Bashim Yoshai Bashim Rakakodash. Brak the Yahawah, Brak the Yahawashai. Shalom. The honors here, elders of GMS, great minister. Shalom.